Yo guys, how's it going? I'm here to talk to you guys today about competitive esports. And I know I'm not a big name or anything, because, hey, I'm just a guy named Yetti on here. Um, I'm not a huge competitive player. I have game battles. I'm trying to get into that more and everything like that. But I have been watching competitive esports. I've been watching since Halo 2. I watched a little bit of like some Quake stuff and things like that on the PC early on in those days. Um, but I really got involved in Halo 2 because I was a big Halo 2 fan. I loved playing it. I went to LAN parties all the time for Halo 1, and Halo 2 with online play was absolutely amazing to me. And I remember watching Sir Samurai 650, the Ogre Brothers, T Squared, people like all these people. I remember watching them play in these tournaments I could catch like online and everything, and it was awesome. It was awesome. People would post gameplays from those matches and stuff because streaming wasn't really huge back then, and I loved it. It was amazing. But moving on, okay, competitive esports has come a long way in the past couple of years, especially in the COD community, with everything that's going on, everything that continues to go on, and a lot of people are skeptical right now if Infinity Ward is going to come through for Ghosts. A lot of people are very optimistic. There's a lot of rumors going around. I think they've confirmed that there is going to be like a Codcaster mode and some other little tweaks. And I'm really excited about that. I just hope they continue to listen to the feedback that we as the COD community give them for the competitive scene, and they act on it in some way, shape, or form. Either tell us, like, hey, no, we're not going to do that because you guys are just flat out crazy, or hey, we will definitely look into that. You guys might go ahead and see it, wink, wink, on the next patch, ha ha ha. Okay, that's what they should be doing. They really need to keep giving us feedback as we give them feedback on this stuff, because I mean, if you as long as you respond to the community is going to respond to you. That's how it's basically worked every time. The community says stuff and does stuff, and as long as they respond in some way, saying like yes, no, maybe so, the community is usually okay with whatever the answer is. Sometimes they get a little upset if it's not what they want, but hey, you can't always have what you want. Now, the competitive scene has had its ups and downs, I would definitely say, in the past. And right now, there's high hopes. People are just hoping high that the people on the development side help us out in the COD community and give us some of the features that we would need to really make this the competitive way that would make it even and fair for people, because that's what competitive esports does. They take the game, they look at it, and they go, hey, this is what we have. Alright, this is what the community is telling us. Hey, this is what we, as a community of people who, there's usually like a lot of professional players and a lot of other people that collaborate together to try and make the most even, essentially the most even game types. That's not also necessarily true, I guess you could say, but it's mainly in the sense of they don't want the game to be more about just what the weapons and equipment you use. They want it to be about the skill, the teamwork, the routes, the strategies, everything like that. They want all the other little things to come into play, and not just like, oh yeah, he's using, like right now the MSBS is probably the most OP, one of the most OP rifles in Ghost. They don't want it to just be about, okay, who has the MSBS? Okay, they're gonna win. Those guys are gonna win. No, they want it to be about, okay, these guys have like these 4 areas locked down. They can't even get past, the midpoint of the map. These guys are probably going to win if these guys don't somehow, take one guy out and get behind them and really just start messing up the entire way that they're holding down the map. They want it to be more about that, which is how it should be. Competitive play should be about the gameplay and not necessarily the game. Because when you watch a game and you go, holy crap, that's awesome, that's because of the gameplay. It's because of what that player did to make it that awesome. It's that quick scope. It's that reaction time. It's what they did to make that happen. They want it to be more about that. They want it to be about the player's skill and not, you know, the game just saying like I have the most OP equipment and whatever, and you can't stop me. Ha ha ha. It shouldn't be about that. It should be about the players, and that's what they continue to do, and that's what they have been doing, and that's what they're supposed to do. A lot of people don't really understand that in a sense because they don't really understand what competitive esports is. But that's how it is in any competitive thing. Like I am still a really big bowler, and I used to bowl tournaments all the time. And for someone like me, I couldn't go into because I bowled really high, so I couldn't go into a handicap game where they give people pins to make up for the lack of pins that they bowl, to make it more even across the playing field, because I didn't have any pins to add to my score. So it sucked for me. I always had to go into the scratch brackets, was like 10 times harder, but I loved it. It was amazing, and that's how the COD esports is. But it's mainly just one division. It's not like there's a scratch division, a handicap division. It's like, hey, there's a team, here's another team. Okay, they can rank the teams and put the teams up against them like that. That's why they do the pro points and everything, because it kind of gives the teams something to grind for, but it also helps rank the teams. I'm assuming it helps kind of rank them, so they don't have like a pro point team with like 500 points and a big huge, like, let's say they go to, like, these teams go to Columbus, right? And they use the COD point system. They're not going to put like a 500 point team against like a 30,000 point team, like on the main stage. No, that 500 point team's probably going to have to work its way up through the open brackets to prove that, hey, we are really that good. Put us up here on the stage. It's really hard to do that. And they're going to be like, okay, yeah, these guys are probably pretty fucking good. Let's put them up there on the stage against, complexity or something, and let's see what happens. That otherwise, they're, you got some work to do. But yeah, that's what happens, and it's how it should be. Some people dog on esports, and I think that's wrong. You have to look at what they do compared to other people, and they do a lot. But that's where I'm going to end the video. I'll talk a bit more about this in the future. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how I'm doing, and tell me what I can do better. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and hey, I hope you guys are thinking now on how you can help out, or what's even going on. Alright, see you guys later.